Now, over the weekend, the internet trended with what was called the cough heard round the world. Now, this was, of course, based on a Sunday interview in which Donald Trump was talking to ABC News' George Stephanopoulos. And during that interview, we heard this.
You'll be very impressed with the job I've done. Much, much bigger, much better than anybody. They're after my financial statement. The Senate, they'd like to get my financial statement. At some point, I hope they get it.
You're going to turn it over?
No, at some point, I might. But at some point, I hope they get it because it's a fantastic financial statement. It's a fantastic financial statement. And let's do that over. He's coughing in the middle of my answer.
Yeah, okay.
I don't like that, you know?
Your chief of staff.
If you're going to cough, please leave the room.
Get a shot of, and I'll come over here.
You just can't.
Just to change the shot.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, do you want to do that a little differently then?
Yeah, we just changed the angle. Yep. Thank you.
So at some point, I look forward to, frankly, I'd like to have people see my financial statement.
Okay, so look, there was some nonsense in there, of course, when it came to, well, they're trying to get my financial statement. Are you going to release it to them? No, but if they do get the financial statement, it'll be tremendous. Then why don't you just give them the financial statement if it's going to be that tremendous? Okay, I don't understand. But anyway, you heard during that segment, he's coughing. He's coughing. I don't like that. Get him out of here. You got to go. If you're going to cough, leave the room. Leave. You just can't cough. You can't cough. Okay, look, I get it. If somebody's coughing during an interview, can be a bit distracting, right? Even if you're not a bloated man-child. Fair enough. So whatever, they ended up redoing the question, right? And that should be it, right? The whole thing, right? No. Again, a cough is just a cough. But apparently not to Trump. In fact, on Twitter, Jackie Alamany said, text from a former 2016 campaign staffer. This is somebody who worked for Donald Trump, right? He said, quote, I was told by multiple people when I came aboard to never cough or sneeze while in the presence of Trump. Well, now that's actually very interesting. Now, why would that be? I mean, it could be that he's a well-documented germaphobe, right? And so he doesn't like people coughing, expelling their germs everywhere. Okay, I get that too. Well, that would be understandable, right? I'm trying to give this guy as much crap as I give him. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one, right? And so not wanting that around him, I can understand. He's old, a little feeble, low energy, okay? And so if he gets sick, that's going to drag him down, right? Okay, that's excusable. But no, again, that's not the issue. No. According to that aide, he thinks it's a sign of weakness and a lack of control. Sneezing or coughing is a sign of weakness and a lack of control. And he said, quote, nobody ever recovers. That's what the aide said. So you don't sneeze or cough in front of Trump, because if you do, you will never recover. You are weak and sad. Wow. Who thinks like that? Oh, the guy just coughed. He's weak and sad. And therefore, get him out. Not going to do anything with him now. What a deeply grotesque and insecure man. I mean, really? Really? This is weird. Like right up with, I don't exercise because it drains my battery. And you only have so much energy in your life, and when it's expended, you die. So, I mean, if you exercise, you're going to drain your battery faster. That's right up to that level of weird. Insanity, right? Now, of course, since this did go out on the internet, this went out on the airwaves, there were a lot of people that decided they wanted to weigh in on this insanity. Daniel Malmer says, coincidentally, making a fun joke here, you just can't cough is also the new healthcare plan that Trump's about to announce. Come on, that's pretty good. Wajahat Ali, tough name, If you're a foreign leader who's not an ally and want to unleash a Mortal Kombat finishing move on Trump, all you have to do is cough near him. After that, yell John McCain out loud. Then compliment Obama for anything. Trump will be knocked out. Fatality. Okay, anyway. Bruce Rain says, we don't think Mulvaney was trying to divert Trump's attention from talking about his finances. I don't know. I mean, would Mulvaney be something to do that? Maybe. I mean, if that financial information is as disastrous as we think it might be, who knows what kind of distraction or whatever. Of course, in that case, you would have to assume that Donald Trump's smart enough to take a cue and go, oh, right, financials, nothing in there, not paying attention. Don't pay attention to that. It's fine. It's fine. Let's talk about something else. Who knows? Norman Orstein says, memo to Trump staffers, please bring Pepper with you into Oval Office while Mulvaney is there. Maybe if you want to get him fired. Nancy Lee Grant says, Trump banishing a person in the room for having the audacity to have a cough during this disastrous interview. I've run out of adjectives to describe my hatred for this thing in a suit. Yeah. Well, look, I think we're all at this point. I mean, come on. Alice Johnson says, in which a tickle in the throat puts Mick Mulvaney's job in jeopardy. And could you imagine? Look, there's precedent here, right? This is the same guy who was superficial enough, right, to at first refuse to hire John Bolton simply because of his mustache. You fire somebody for coughing. I mean, who knows, right? Maybe that could be the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't know. Again, if you think somebody is weak and you know, like for just coughing and can't control themselves, well then you're not going to have a very high opinion of that person if that happens. And then what are you going to do? You're going to eventually get rid of them for somebody who is not weak, who is strong. That's the kind of person that we're dealing with, right? And so, yes, everything is that superficial to President Trump. Why? Because there's nothing else there behind it other than a deep pit of insecurity. Show no weakness, because I'm an incredibly weak person. That's why I'm always a victim. The presidential harassment, the witch hunt, fake news media attacking me, enemy of the people. Always whining and crying. Why? Because deep down, he is an incredibly weak and sad person. And this is just more proof. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.